In a quiet village surrounded by endless green fields, there lived a poor farmer named Ethan. Every morning before sunrise, he walked to his small piece of land carrying nothing but an old shovel and endless hope. His clothes were worn, his hands were rough, and his stomach was often empty. Yet, despite his hardships, Ethan never complained. He believed that kindness was more valuable than gold. Year after year, droughts destroyed his crops. Heavy storms washed away everything he had planted. Some days he earned barely enough to buy a loaf of bread. Still, whenever a hungry traveler came to his door, Ethan always shared whatever little food he had. The villagers laughed at him. "You are too poor to help others," they said. But Ethan simply smiled and replied, "If I stop being kind because I am poor, then I will become poorer inside." One cold evening, after another unsuccessful harvest, Ethan slowly walked home through the dark forest. The wind howled between the trees, and the moon hid behind thick clouds. Suddenly, he noticed an old man lying beside the road. The stranger looked weak, exhausted, and hungry. Without hesitation, Ethan rushed over. "My friend," he said gently, "please come with me." Although Ethan had only one piece of bread left for himself, he gave it to the old man. He offered him water, built a small fire, and stayed beside him throughout the night. The old man looked into Ethan's eyes and smiled. "You have given away your last meal to a stranger? Why?" Ethan answered softly, "Because hunger hurts everyone the same." The old man's smile grew brighter. Then something extraordinary happened. A brilliant golden light surrounded him. His old clothes disappeared. The weak traveler transformed into a magnificent wizard wearing shining robes decorated with ancient symbols. The entire forest lit up with magical energy. Ethan stepped back in shock. The wizard spoke with a calm but powerful voice. "For many years I have traveled across kingdoms searching for a heart that remains pure even in poverty. You, Ethan, have passed the greatest test. As a reward, I will grant you 3 magical gifts." The wizard raised his glowing staff toward the sky. A beam of golden light touched Ethan. "Your first gift? Every seed you plant will grow into healthy crops no matter the weather." Another light surrounded Ethan. "Your second gift? You will have the power to heal dying plants and restore barren land." Finally, the wizard smiled warmly. "And your third gift? You shall always know when someone truly needs your help. But remember this. If you ever use these powers for greed or selfishness, they will disappear forever." With those final words, the wizard slowly vanished into thousands of sparkling lights. The forest became silent once again. The next morning, Ethan planted a handful of ordinary seeds. Within minutes, tiny green shoots appeared. By sunset, the field had transformed into a sea of golden wheat. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes. Soon, Ethan's farm became the most beautiful land anyone had ever seen. But instead of becoming rich alone, Ethan shared his harvest with hungry families. He helped poor farmers restore their dying fields. He taught children how to grow food. No one in the village ever went hungry again. As years passed, Ethan became known across the kingdom, not as the richest farmer, but as the kindest man anyone had ever met. One day, a young boy asked him, "What is the greatest magic in the world?" Ethan smiled as he looked across the endless golden fields. "The greatest magic is not power. It is kindness. Because a kind heart can change lives in ways that no spell ever could." And from that day forward, people remembered one simple truth.